Recently, in one of my lunch conversations with my colleagues, one of them was saying how Jack Ma is the luckiest richest in the world today when compared with others. To my colleagues, this was because Jack Ma found his riches early and he still has an entire life to enjoy it. Whether this is true or not is a different story. But this got me thinking on how people perceive riches in relation to age and also getting to compare themselves with others. Although all of us engage in such notions, I believe these thoughts actually traps you in a worldview that impairs your approach to success. So in this video, I want to get into this in more detail and talk about the alternative ways of thinking that can get you to your goals. First, to get into the alternative ways of thinking, we need to understand the roots of our beliefs and actions and know why many of us think in this way. It may be sociocultural and the way we are indoctrinated from our early days. For example, in Asian culture, and for that matter, in any society, we always thrust on doing well, become financially secured, and get rich early in life. People usually tell you, settle down soon. I'm sure these words echo and reminds you of people who constantly tell you this. This belief, however, comes from our own culture. For instance, in Indian society, we have the 4 different ashramas. Ashramas are the age-based life stages that includes stages such as brahmacharya, which is a stage of a student preparing to settle down. Second is grahastha, which is a stage of a householder establishing family and procuring for the family. Third is vanaprastha, that involves slowing down, getting retired, and handing over the responsibilities. And finally, the 4th stage involves giving away and renouncing the worldly pleasures. So grouping life in this way, society defined what one should actually do in a given age group. In essence, this also meant not welcoming individuals who are idle and not productive, especially if they are in their working age group. This might have worked well for societies in those days and in that context. But as we move more and more into a structure-less society, it is important we incorporate a flexible style and approach to life. So today, number 2, we cannot compartmentalize life in this way. If we continue with such a container model of thinking, we will always remain paralyzed, worrying and depressed, saying you've not yet settled according to the societal standards. Not only are you going to end up in depression, but also your children and those around you, injecting these thoughts into them. So yes, save yourself and your family from a compartmentalized negative thinking. Because if you can set right your thoughts in the right direction, this will automatically radiate the positive energy to those around you. So to become successful, first you need an abundant amount of positive energy and an ability to think out of the box. 3. Make a paradigm shift. Allow success to come at any age. Doesn't matter if you're 30 or 60. Do not worry about your age while chasing your dreams. It so happens that some people are able to achieve their goals at a young age, while others at a later point in life. But views of successful people often gets defined and come to shape our own worldviews and actions. Jack Ma, for instance, would say the world belongs to those in their 30s and that one has to retire around 50s. Steve Jobs said he did not want to be wealthy in his graveyard. We often look for life examples like these men and their sayings to become successful. And we make these words shape our own worldviews. But the reality is you don't have to worry about age when you're able to achieve your goals. Because going into the lives of people in more detail, you'll never realize the challenges the early achievers may face. This may be true also for the late achievers, but for those successful at a young age, it is a challenge to upkeep the wealth and their reputation, and also knowing how to distribute it wisely. This would be a long-term challenge ending until their lifetime. There are umpteen number of cases where you do not want to be a Vijay Mallya, who was a very successful businessman at a young age, yet a fugitive faced with a number of financial crimes in India. Or a V.G. Siddhartha, the founder of Cafe Coffee Day, who was extremely successful at the age of 34 but committed suicide at 60. So personally, to me, it is far safer to earn the name and riches towards the end of one's lifetime. At least the person can die in peace that he or she has earned it and also worry less about looking after the wealth. The founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders, for instance, was 65 when he became successful. And Carol Gardner, the founder of Zelda Wisdom, was 52. The age when normal men and women would slow down and retire. These examples tell us it is never too late to be successful. We need to overcome the misconception that you're 40 or 50, it is too late to start anything new. Sometimes we may be incubating on ideas we've gathered, but doesn't matter. We can always act upon it later. It's never too late, and we don't have to fit in to the old-fashioned views. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to stay connected, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have fun.